Once in a small village surrounded by green fields, there lived a farmer named Thomas. Thomas had two sons, Jack and Ben. Both boys were 14 years old and loved helping their father in the fields. One sunny morning, Thomas called his sons to the backyard. He held two small seeds in his hand and said with a gentle smile, "Boys, I'm giving each of you one seed. Plant it, take care of it, and let's see what happens." Jack took his seed and examined it closely. "Father, what kind of seed is this?" he asked. "You'll find out when it grows," Thomas replied mysteriously. Ben took his seed and promised, "I'll do my best, Father." The next day, both boys prepared their garden plots. They dug the soil, planted their seeds, and watered them carefully. Days passed, and Jack watered his seed every morning and evening, hoping to see something growing. After 1 week, Jack became impatient because nothing appeared. He dug around the seed to check if it was still there, and muttered, "Maybe my seed is broken." Meanwhile, Ben quietly watered his seed every day and trusted the process. 2 weeks passed, and Jack's frustration grew. Seeing no progress, he ran to his father and said, "Dad, I think my seed is dead. Nothing is growing. Ben probably got a better seed than me." Thomas calmly asked if he had been taking care of it and encouraged him to keep going. 3 weeks later, something incredible happened. A tiny green sprout emerged from Ben's soil. Ben excitedly called his father and brother, while Jack felt sad and wondered why his own seed was still not growing. Thomas placed his hand on Jack's shoulder and said, "Keep watering it, son. Don't give up." As days turned into weeks, Ben's plant grew taller and stronger, developing beautiful green leaves. Jack, however, felt discouraged because his plot remained empty. He even started watering it less often, convinced that his seed would never grow. Meanwhile, Ben proudly continued caring for his healthy plant. 1 month passed, and Ben's plant became knee-high with thick stems and vibrant leaves. Then 2 months after planting, something miraculous happened in Jack's garden. One morning, Jack looked at his plot and couldn't believe his eyes. A small green shoot had finally broken through the soil. Excitedly, he called his father and brother to come and see it. Over the next few weeks, Jack's plant grew rapidly. Within just 3 weeks, it had caught up to Ben's plant in height. Soon it became even taller and stronger than Ben's plant. Jack's plant produced beautiful large mangoes that were golden and sweet. Ben's plant also bore fruit, but they were small apples. Both boys stood in wonder, staring at their plants. Confused, Jack asked his father why his plant had taken so long to grow, but then became much bigger. Thomas gathered his sons and said he would explain the lessons hidden in the two seeds. Thomas revealed that Jack had received a mango seed while Ben had received an apple seed. He explained that mango trees take longer to sprout because they build deep roots beneath the soil, while apple trees grow faster but do not become as large. The first lesson Thomas said was not to compare your journey with someone else's. Jack thought he was failing when he saw Ben's plant growing first, but in reality he was simply on a different path. The second lesson was about patience and trust. Although Jack could not see any results, the mango seed was busy growing strong roots underground. Success often happens long before people can see it. The third lesson was to stay consistent even when progress is invisible. Jack kept watering the seed despite feeling discouraged, and that consistency allowed the plant to grow when the time was right. Thomas reminded his sons never to compare their chapter 1 with someone else's chapter 10. He encouraged them to keep working, stay patient, and trust their own process because their time would eventually come. Jack and Ben promised to remember these lessons for the rest of their lives. Through this story, we learn the value of patience, consistency, and self-belief. Learning English can also be like growing a seed. Keep listening, learning, and growing every day.